Hey guys, sorry about the delay. YouTube was playing games with me. Wouldn't let me go live. So I had to restart my computer. And now I'm able to go live. This is going to last about an hour and 15 minutes because I've got a lot to do today. I'm going to go live with Chuck Chulo, a guy who I believe is an exceptional decoder. And he's got a decode regarding Vatican City. And it's definitely a location that not enough people talk about. We always talk about the Jesuit order, the Society of Jesus, Catholicism. We rarely talk about Vatican City. There's a reason, guys, why the Pope basically resides there, and all roads lead to Rome. Hey, Kane, I hope you're well. I'm doing very well. I woke up recently. And like I said, I've got loads of stuff to do today. But Chuck said he wanted to present his code. So I'm going to give him a call in about a minute. And he's going to go through it. I said intentionally, don't tell me it. I want to hear it during the live. And I can add stuff. I've got quite a bit of knowledge about the Vatican. So we'll see what it's all about, his code. How are you doing, Kane? You good? You all good? I'll give him a call now to see what he's saying. Let's do this. All right. Here we go.
Yeah, hi Adam, how you doing?
Easy, brother. Sorry about the delay. YouTube wasn't letting me go live, so I had to restart my whole computer.
Okay.
And now we are live. I introduced you. I think most people know who you are at this point, but I just told them how, like you told me, very few people discuss Vatican City. We talk about Pope Francis a lot, the Jesuit order, the Society of Jesus, but we don't really focus on actual Vatican City and the Vatican itself. So I'm really intrigued to hear what you have to say today. I really am.
Thanks. It basically started because I watched a program the other night on Blaze TV. It was called The Last Pope. And you asked me on my last live if I thought Francis was the last Pope. And I didn't really have an answer for that, but I believe I do now.
I hope it's yes, because I've been saying he's the last Pope for about a year.
I think it pretty much is yes. Let me put you on speaker because everything I have is on my phone. You should be able to hear me.
Yeah, it should be fine. It should be fine.
One sec.
So Lost Villain, Chuck, somebody's asking me a question. So Chuck is on the line, mate. Lost Villain. Chuck is a exceptional coder, especially with his historical codes. And he's just going to present right now a lot of information connected to Vatican City, which I'm intrigued to hear. And hopefully we'll all learn something from this. I always learn something all the time from Chuck. All the time. So let's see what he has to say. So what made you do this? Like what made you look into Vatican City and Pope Francis? Is it just because you had this inkling that, you know what, maybe he is, or is it the last Pope, or is it because of the movie you watched?
Yeah, as I say, it's the documentary called The Last Pope. You can probably find it on YouTube, maybe a shorter version. And the thing is, if you put up on Google, there was a saint from Ireland, Saint Malachy, in the 12th century. And he predicted 112 popes. It would stop at 112 popes from when he was around, which was during the 154th Pope. And, well, let me give you the code for that.
Yeah, because the Jesuits operate in 112 nations, don't they?
Yeah, that's right. I actually didn't have that in my code because there's so many other 112s.
Then I'll let you go. Well, that's a really big one. That's a really big one. It's funny. We just had 9 in the live, 5 likes, 95, like the 95 Theses for Martin Luther. That's hilarious. But no, go for it, bro. I'm really, really, really excited to hear this.
Okay, thanks. And you can also put on Google And no one's ever mentioned this. In 2013, when Pope Benedict XVI gave his speech for retirement, hours later there was 2 strikes of lightning to the dome of St. Peter's Basilica.
Wow. Did you connect that with Luke 10:18?
I didn't. No, I didn't even. I've got something on Luke 10:18, but I didn't piece it together with this one.
Oh, it's just the lightning of Luke 10:18 is, I have observed Satan fall like lightning, basically, from heaven.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so the lightning's really connected to Satan, is the lightning. It really is.
Yeah, exactly. And all right, so so those bolts of lightning were on 11-2-213 for another 112.
Wow.
And it was exactly 84 years after the Vatican City was founded on 11-2-1929.
So have you put together the 84s that are connected to Pope Francis?
I've got some 84s. I don't know if it's...
Well, the simplest ones are probably, he was born 12/17/1936 on 84 date numerology pure, and the Jesuit order is 84, Jesuits 84, and I'm sure you have other ones, but the fact that this guy was born on 84 date numerology pure is huge, with him being the first Jesuit pope, or openly Jesuit anyway.
Yeah, that's right. And also demon equals 84.
Wow, didn't know that. Didn't know that.
The Catholic Church equals 84.
Do you know Obama?
Basilica. Sorry?
Obama, who's connected to the Antichrist, was born on August the 4th, 84.
I've got some stuff on Obama. I didn't actually have that.
Okay, this is good. I love that we can bounce off each other. It's good that we can do this. All right, go on, keep going. This is amazing already with the 112s.
And the dome of Basilica, which is where the lightning struck twice, equals 84, dome of Basilica. Trumpets equals 84. And trumpets, as you know, is biblical.
Trump's massively connected to Revelation, like insanely.
Trumpet. Oh, Trump. Yeah, trumpets, yeah.
There's something with 84 as well, like Michael Jordan, who's the GOAT. He was drafted in 1984, which is the year that Lebron James was born, who's often known as the Beast. So it's crazy. And did you ever see the 112th prime with Kobe and LeBron?
No, I don't believe so.
So this is wild, like, because these two are so synced up, aren't they? Like, it's off the charts how synced up they are. And
well, you're expert at them.
Yeah, pretty. I would actually say when it comes to Kobe, I don't like the word expert, but I'm as good as you get when it comes to Kobe.
Yeah.
So Kobe was born 6 years, 130 days, 613 before LeBron James. Okay, and 613 is the 112th prime number. LeBron was born 6 years, 130 days after Kobe. 613, 112th prime. It's just
these 112, bro. The chart.
Yeah, and LeBron was born on 12/30/84, which is 126 date numerology, which is the date Kobe died. 126.
Right.
It's got to be God at this point doing this. There's no way these Jesuits said we're going to have Kobe be born.
Yeah.
There's no way. It's God.
Yeah, no, it's not man. I'm sure it's not man, but it's, for me, the numbers are demonic also. So
Yeah. So let's discuss that, because I think it's more the fallen angels rather than demons. Maybe they're one of the same, but it's people like LeBron and Kobe, and they are definitely fallen angels for me, or from Nephilim bloodline at this point. What they're able to do and how iconic they are and how we're so drawn to them. Wow, this is hilarious. 10 in the live, 6 likes, and Kobe wore number 10 in the Olympics, and Lebron wore number 6 when they
right.
played together. 106, like Black Lives Matter, and I Can't Breathe. Wow. And Prince Philip's birthday, isn't it? 10/6.
Yeah.
All right, keep going, mate. Sorry.
It was also 1,008 months, and IHS equals 18.
In two ciphers. Two ciphers, isn't it?
Yeah. And let's say Dome of St. Peter's Basilica, it was on the lightning strikes were on the 42nd day of the year.
No.
And like you, check it. 11th of the 2nd, 213, 42nd day of the year. And like you said, the beast ruled for 42 months. The diameter of the dome at St. Peter's Basilica is 42 meters. World War equals.
Wow.
Sorry?
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying wow. I'm saying wow.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's a bit of distortion. World War equals 42. Slavery equals 42. Georgia Guidestones were up for 42 years. It was 4 weeks, 2 days to Francis installed as Pope. 154th Pope at the time of Saint Malachy was Pope Adrian IV. Adrian 1V equals 42.
Wow, and you and I know the 15-4 so big. Like the Hillsborough disaster was 15-4. The Titanic sank 15-4. So you're saying the 154th? That number's big. Ritual sacrifice is 154 as well. And going back to your 42nd day of the year, 42nd day of the year is February the 11th, isn't it? 211. You can write it 211. Well, 211 is the 47th prime number. It's the 47th prime number. And Vatican gets you 47, Francis 47, Trump 47, Time 47, government 47, White House is 47, Beast is 47, Christie and France, where the Society of Jesus were founded. All these things are 47, and 211, February the 11th, like you said, is the 42nd day of the year, and 211 is the 47th prime, and the Freemasonic compass is set at 47 degrees. Ivanka Trump also gets you 47.
And you know what's 211 also?
211. No, I know I had it yesterday with Dodger Stadium when I nailed that code. It's 211, and the American League got the 47th win, 211, the 47th prime. But what else is 211?
Kobe's nickname, Black Mamba, equals 211.
It does. And Kobe obviously spent 20 years in Los Angeles, and Los Angeles CA is 211. But I'll tell you a big 211. I think the biggest 211 for me is John the Baptist. John the Baptist is 211. And satanic rituals is 211, which makes complete sense.
Yeah, I think I've got some more 211s further down and some 47s. I'm not sure if I've got them all. I didn't know what way to go, because if you do it number by number, sometimes it's easier. But I didn't do it in any particular order of numbers.
No, that's fine. Just present it. You do a really good job at presenting the numbers. So I'll just chip in occasionally, like I just did with that 211 with the 47th prime, because that's pretty big.
Yeah, sure, it's helpful. End of days equals 42.
Wow.
Odin equals 42, and he was god of war in Norse mythology, which is similar to Thor and similar to Jupiter and similar to Zeus.
Wow.
They're all kind of intertwined. And Valhalla equals 42. Valhalla was Hall of the Fallen, where Odin ruled. Valhalla, Hall of the Fallen equals 112, like 11-2.
I'm loving all this, mate. I'm really loving this. I told you that your coding is for stuff like this. I think you could be one of the best in the world when it comes to this stuff, when it comes to this, putting these connections together. Because out of everybody who's followed everyone who's followed my work on Patreon, your codes were always the ones. And you often did sports, and sports are hit and miss, but yours were the codes where I was like, wow, oh my goodness, absolutely insane.
I think I enjoy doing these types of code more.
They're unbelievable, mate. They're phenomenal, like, to be honest with you. And other 42s, 42s is connected to war as well, like World Wars 42, Wars 42. But I like that.
Yeah.
One of my favorite 42s, it's not all negative, is knowledge. Knowledge gets you 42 and New Testament.
Right.
So
Right.
I think this number 42, people are going to say Freemasons 42, Jesuits 42. I really believe this number is very special. There's got to be a reason why the Bible or Revelation says the beast reigns for 42 months. There has to be something with this number that is, I know it's 6 in numerology, but there's got to be something else to it which we've not quite got yet, which we'll figure out.
Yeah, I'm seeing how important these 42s are.
They're huge, mate. Our country, England, the only World Cup we won, the final was 4-2, won it in 66 when the Church of Satan was founded. The last World Cup final, France-Croatia, 4-2. Like, it's a huge number.
It is, yeah. Sorry, I'm a bit lost it.
You're talking about 42s and...
Yeah, it's just I had a date connection here, but okay, I can skip that because
it'll come back. It'll come back to you. It always does.
Yeah. Okay, I'll skip that for now. Yeah. So basically, he predicted 112 popes from his time, and obviously the lightning struck the basilica on 11-2, and the Vatican City was founded on 11-2.
Wow.
Pope Adrian 1V, 154th Pope equals 112, and like you said, the Antichrist equals 154. The Second Coming equals 154, like he was the 154th Pope. His death anniversary his death anniversary. The lightning strike at St. Peter's Basilica to the 154th Pope, 213th death anniversary is 202 days. Lightning bolt equals 202. St. Peter's Basilica equals 202. 202 days is 6 months, 3 days. 63rd triangular number is 666. And it was also 2 months, 0 weeks, 2 days to Kobe's retirement date, and Skull and Bones equals 202.
That's insane. Well, the 2016 is the 63rd triangular number, which is basically 6 times 6 times 6 gets you 216. 666, that is 36, isn't it? So 2016 is the 63rd triangular number, and 666 is the 36. I think you said that 666 was the 63rd, but it's because of the 2016 connection with the 666.
Right, and 36, Jupiter equals 36, another name for Peter. Demonic equals 36.
IHS is 36.
IHS 36. Malachi equals 36, the Irish priest. And Francis born in 36.
And what about Ronaldo? What about Ronaldo signing for the Red Devils at age 36, and he was born on the 36th day of the year?
Yeah, true.
Just, it's unbelievable stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy. And the basilica's name in Latin is Basilica Sancti Petri equals 323, and the date it was struck was a day leaving 323 days left in the year.
Wow.
And, I've got it somewhere. I think that number belongs to Obama as well, 323. I've got it somewhere.
Nice. Can you go back to the bit where you said about 213? What was the 213 part you was talking about with the Pope?
213?
Yeah, I heard you say something about 213. You recently read it out.
I don't think I've got a 213.
There was no 213 that you just read out?
I don't think so. 323. Oh, hold on. lightning. 213 is in the date.
Yeah, what was that? What was that 213 date connected to?
It was no, I think I said 213 the date, 213.
Yeah.
No, I was just consolidating the date.
I'm just saying because 213 is the recent Super Bowl date.
Yeah, and the basilica was constructed on the reflection of where the Super Bowl is. The 323rd day with 43 remaining, and I believe this Super Bowl is 43rd day with 323 remaining.
Yeah, the upcoming Super Bowl 57 is going to be the 43rd day of the year. It's one of the reasons why I like the National League to stay on 43 all-time wins against the American League, which they did. The 43 is big, isn't it? We just said Brady won Super Bowl 55, which was the satanic Super Bowl. He was age 43. Super Bowl 56 had 43 points. It was 23-20. And there's so many 4-3s. That number's huge. It's a huge number, the number 43, which I've come to realize. And it's the 14th prime number. And Francis was born December 17th on a day leaving 14 days left in the year. We have 22 in the live, 11 likes for JFK's assassination day. Double master numbers, 22-11.
And Saint Malachy, he died 2nd of November, which is like
211.
2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So another 112 there. And anniversary of his death to the lightning strike is 265 days, and Benedict was the 265th Pope.
Wow. Does that include the end date or no?
No. Yes, it does. It was 264.
Yeah. Wow. So the 265, and he was the 265th Pope. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's crazy stuff. I always say about how Pope Francis is the 266th Pope, and Kobe and Lebron were both drafted the 26th of June, 26-6. It's crazy, man. And the 112 you keep talking about, which are amazing. Mathematics is 112, and so is Catholicism. They're both 112, which is big, very big, man. Wow.
Because I've heard you talk about 9/11/23. The lightning strike is 10 years, 7 months to what might be Jesus' birthday on that day. And the Messiah equals 107. Georgia Guidestones equals 107. Aquarius equals 107. 107 is 28th prime. Peter equals 28. Rituals equals 28. Or 127 months. Roman Empire equals 127. St. Peter equals 127. End times equals 127. Vatican City 1227. Georgia 127.
So the 127, the 127 is like December the 7th, yeah?
Yeah.
127, 12/7, and 12/7 is 10 days before Pope Francis's birthday. That big 10, the Satan number.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got some huge 10. And what made me think of this movie, they made the movie Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Like the thunder hit the dome. And that equals 112. Again, that was released on 10th of the 7th, another 107. The dome of St. Peter's Basilica equals 107. In Latin, Vatican City is Civitas Vaticana equals 107. And Beyond Thunderdome equals 84. Dome of Basilica equals 84.
That's insane. And I'm going to give you something else here. I don't know if you've already said it. Maybe you haven't. Have you done the span from 211 to 11-2? This is gonna blow you. This is gonna blow your head off.
I haven't done that.
This is gonna blow your head off. It's just blown my head off, mate. So from 2/11/2022, February 11th, 2022 to November 2nd, 2022, 11-2. Both those dates can be written 11-2 or 2/11, which we've been covering. Mate, is 265 days, which is like the 265th Pope. And check this out, which I've just connected. I've just connected this because of my Kobe knowledge. 265 days is 8 months and 23 days, which is the date Kobe was born, 823.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
Yeah. Honestly, from February the 11th to November the 2nd, mate, is a span of 265 days, which is 8 months and 23 days, Kobe's birthday. And November the 2nd is a day leaving 59 days left in the year, which is Pope Francis is 59. And 59 is the 17th prime number, like how Freemasonry was founded in 1717. And God gets you 17 in the purest cipher. 17 is that 7th prime, and the Vatican has 7 hills, doesn't it? It's on 7.
Yeah.
Wow, this is wow. And the Vatican's connected to the Serpent, like undeniably, and Kobe was the Black Mamba.
Well, inside you can see the from a bird's eye view, it looks like a serpent, the actual.
Yeah, it is. I've looked at it. And did you know the word Vatican's derived from the words Vatis, which means diviner, and Can, which means serpent, like divine serpent? That's what Vatican means.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's just, I've done so much research into so many things. Yeah. Vatis means diviner, and Can means serpent, divine serpent. It all goes back to the Garden of Eden. And the serpent is connected to Satan. And then Kobe's connected to the snake through the Black Mamba, and he's Mr. 666. So it's absolutely wild.
Nobody can deny everything pieced together.
The code, mate, the code we're doing here should wake up. Well, not wake up. It should make everybody at least think, wow. But most people it will just go over their head, because what we're saying here is that it's literally like 90% fact. We're giving durations, we're giving prime numbers, we're giving the gematria value, the exact definitions of words in Latin, this, that, and the other. It should be sent out to millions of people. Yeah,
that's enough to convince someone.
It should be.
It should be.
But it isn't. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. Well, it isn't. It's not as frustrating as it used to be for me. It's like people who find the work and appreciate it, they're meant to find it and appreciate it. It's all meant to happen. Those who don't acknowledge it, they're probably not supposed to get it. Because this is just, I was thinking yesterday, and I'm nowhere near as cocky as I used to be. Nowhere near. And I was thinking yesterday to myself, I had a little sit down with myself. I was like, Adam, the stuff you've covered in 2 years is quite simply insane. And to have 5,000 subs is outrageous for what I've done with my codes. And even just a call like this with you, Chuck, this work's magnificent. And this is yours. I often call my work undeniable and really good. This level of work, man, imagine you learnt this at school. There's no way you would be looking up to the Pope.
The level we'd be at right now,
They're so scared. These people are so scared of this knowledge being shared worldwide. They are petrified of this knowledge being shared worldwide. It's so sacred.
They might even take this down in
I don't know. We're not going to say anything controversial here. There's not going to be any Q words that they're going to flag, because I think it's the bots that take down your videos. I really think they hear a couple of words and then they flag it and limit it. As of now, we've not said anything controversial. We're not being aggressive to anybody or anything. We're just throwing out numbers about the Vatican. So keep going, mate. What else do you have?
Yeah. So the Vatican City was founded 84 years before that lightning strike, and beyond Thunderdome equals 84, Dome of Basilica equals 84. Mad Max movie release date to Francis installed as Pope is 10109 days. The Dome equals 119, Vatican equals 119, Francis equals 119, Holy Spirit equals 119, Son of Man equals 199. It starred Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson equals 42. And of course, the dome was struck on the 42nd day of the year. 11th of the 2nd, 13 was 85 months to the coronavirus declared pandemic, like Beyond Thunderdome released in 85. St. Peter's Basilica equals 311, like 3/11. 311 is the 64th prime. The Antichrist equals 64. Barack Hussein Obama equals 64. Peter equals 64. Kill equals 64. Virgin Mary 64. Synagogue of Satan, Israel, Messi the Messiah equals 64.
Jeez, Chuck, I'm on right now after you've said all of that. No, it's brilliant. But right now, after you say all of that, I'm like, oh my God, I have 64 members on my website. Get me off that number. That 64 doesn't seem to be a really nice number. Like Wales just qualified for the World Cup first time in 64 years with the Dragon, again, connected to Satan.
Yeah.
Liverpool dropped to 6 and 4 in European Cup finals after losing to Madrid. But yeah, all these 64s. No, it was great. I'm just saying, oh my word, I'm literally on 64 patrons now, which is hilarious. And the 64th day of the year is March the 5th, like 35, like JFK, the 35th president, Catholic 35. So many 35s that the 64th day of the year is 35, or a date that can be written 5-3, which is hilarious because today is the 53rd year anniversary of the moon landing. Yeah, I'm not going to say a word that I was going to say there, but the moon landing was supposedly all the way back then, 53 years ago. COVID's 53, isn't it? COVID's 53.
Yeah.
Anyway, keep going, mate, with your 64s.
Yeah, finished with the 64s.
Okay.
So it was on the 323rd day I got that Barack Hussein Obama equals 323. It's 85. 85 months to 3/11. The devil equals 85. Book of Revelation 85. Barack Obama 85. Atlanta, Georgia 85. Vaticano in Italian. The Vatican equals 85. 8 weeks, 5 days to Kobe's retirement date. City of Seven Hills equals 85, which refers to the Vatican. Right?
Yeah, and Kobe
equals 80.
Kobe played in 7 NBA finals, and another 85 is Pope Francis is 85 years old right now. And yesterday in the All-Star game in the MLB, the American League, they had 8 hits, and the National League had 5, like 85.
Right. Yeah, I saw your decode for that. That was exceptional.
Thank you.
I didn't bet, but,
yeah, I know, because I think you're a little bit past that. You're a little bit past betting now, which I think when you really get to a high level with this knowledge, it sounds silly. You probably think, well, I should be betting more than ever with this knowledge and how good I am. But you wanna use it for a higher purpose, don't you? For me, I think this is a way higher purpose, what you're saying now, than my baseball code. My baseball code was great. It won people money, but it's like this type of stuff.
I've got a slightly addictive personality, so if I start gambling, that's why I just stick to futures, daily bets. It can be a bit addictive for me.
Yeah, I'd rather you be addicted to doing codes like this about Vatican City, because you'll be one of the best in the world at doing it. When it comes to gambling, you won't be. You probably already know that. So I would say I had a stage where I was addicted to coding. I wanted to code everything. Like, it was a real high and a real fix for me. And I still really enjoy it. But I'm able to do it as like a hobby now. It's no longer a fixation or an addiction. Because at the beginning, the knowledge you acquire is so powerful and intense and new. You become addicted to it, don't you? Like researching. It's such a thrill.
And a strong Christian said to me, do you realize that you're kind of dabbling in tarot card rituals when you're doing these numbers?
Yeah, it's because you're predicting the future, which is seen as like something you shouldn't do. Like they say, you shouldn't talk to the dead. You shouldn't predict the future.
But how can it be evil when you're uncovering truth? Well,
I see us, mate. I see people like you and I when we do this. We're nothing but curious people. We're pretty much detectives. We're putting together a puzzle. And I think God would want that. He wants us to probably question our reality. And if it gets us closer to God by doing it, then there's nothing bad in it, in my opinion. No, and today, by the way, bro, do you realize that we're doing this today on the 201st day of the year? And
200 seconds would have been better, though.
I don't know, 201. Jorge Maria Bergoglio's 201. Yeah. He resided in Suite 201 in the Vatican. Catherine the Great saved 201 Jesuits. Brady threw for 201 yards. And then on the 201st day of the year, went to the White House to meet Biden the day the Milwaukee Bucks won the NBA. So 201 is you had event 201 with Bill and Melinda Gates. I think this is a pretty funny day to do it, to be honest. And it's funny, today falls on 69 date numerology, and it's the anniversary of the moon landing, which was in 69 supposedly. And Neil Alden Armstrong's 201. Yeah, it's huge with Saturn, and it's the duality of 69 with Saturn 69, the Jesuit order. They just go hand in hand, the 6 and the 9, don't they? But the Jesuit order is 69 and 201, and supposedly they went to the moon on the 201st day of the year in 69, and Neil Alden Armstrong, his name's 201, and Jim actually the first man on the moon.
All right, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't really check any.
It was 3 of them, mate. It was basically 3 Masons just playing their role on the world stage. But again, I can't even talk too deeply about that, because YouTube take videos about when you discuss that, when you question that, they take them down, which is absolutely outrageous, because there's so much information where we should be able to question.
What's the problem with them over 50 years ago?
They don't like you questioning historical events, which they claim to be factual. They call you that you're providing misinformation, which they've given us our whole lives.
Yeah, or that's very un-American of it.
All right, exactly, yeah. So what else have you got?
Yeah, so 85 months is 7 years, 1 month. Devils equals 81, hell equals, 71. World War III equals 71. The Society of Jesus, 71. Zeus equals 71. Coronavirus declared pandemic on 71st day of the year.
Catholic, 71.
Sorry?
Catholic is 71 as well.
Catholic, yeah. The Ides of March equals 71. And Corona declared pandemic in March, and Francis installed as Pope in March. Lightning bolt equals 149202. Skull and bones equals 149202. Judas Iscariot equals 149202.
And going to those 149s, going to those 149s that you were just saying. 149 is the 35th prime, and remember, 35 is the 64th day of the year.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So that's interesting. Keep going.
Right. Yeah. I didn't have that, because otherwise, if I went with all the numbers, I'd have Joseph Aquaviva 2222 is amazing. He's just left a comment saying Stranger Things equals 71, and it was released on 7/1. Wow. Right. Yeah. That's everyone's talking about that. I don't know why. The series.
Yeah. Well, no. The Stranger Things is just, it connects to CERN, it connects to demonic entities and all of that. And I think I've told you, any show that's incredibly popular worldwide, I think they're casting spells on people. Yeah.
Is that on Netflix right now?
Yeah. I don't watch TV, but I think it's had 3 seasons. Maybe it's going to have another. I don't know, but it's probably something you should watch, because it is pretty interesting with what's going on in the world.
I left Netflix ages ago to be.
Okay.
I don't like Netflix.
And these 149s, Antichrist 149, Beast System 149, Revelation 149, and Morning Star. That's using multiple ciphers, but that's what Joseph just said.
Right, yeah.
It's a big number.
The basilica equals 202. Francis, his last pope, equals 202.
Wow.
And Jupiter statue is now, has been for a long time now, in St. Petersburg equals 211, like 211.
47 prime. Wow.
Yeah. Jupiter was god of sky and thunder, and 100 months, 26 days to Tampa Bay Lightning winning Stanley Cup on 7th of the 7th, 21. Kobe died 126. Lightning strikes twice equals 126. It was their second back-to-back Stanley Cup.
Yeah, it was their back-to-back. And going back to 149s, Obama was born on a day leaving 149 days left in the year. So 84 for your 84 is the day leaving 149 days left in the year, mate. It's wild.
And St. Malachi equals 126. Malachi equals 126. San Pietro, Italian for St. Peter, equals 126.
You know, when you put the alphabet, when you put the alphabet in the Gematrinator with the 4 ciphers, you put the alphabet A to Z, it's 126 and 2 ciphers.
Oh, really?
2 out of 4, like Kobe's jersey number 24. If you put it in, try it after this call. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way up to Z, it's 126 and 2 ciphers. I figured that out a while ago. I typed it in out of interest. I was like, oh my goodness, more numbers connected to Kobe.
Yeah, it's huge, the 126. 112 more popes equals 126. The end of days equals 126. Christ's resurrection equals 126.
Gianna Bryant is 126, who died on 126 with Kobe.
Oh,
I think the 126 connects to 9 because of numerology. It comes to 9, like how 9 of them died in the helicopter crash. So I think the 126 is majorly connected to the number 9. Well, it is majorly connected to the number 9, and it's the 26th day of the year, which is, in my opinion, the God number. God's 26 is 26 letters in the alphabet. How he communicates with us. So yeah, it really is crazy. Yeah.
And Angus Young, the lead singer of AC/DC, who sung Thunderstruck, E equals 126, Angus Young. Lightning won Cup on 188th day of the year. Stephanie Germanotta, that's Lady Gaga, who's known for displaying lightning bolts. She equals 188. Armageddon 188. Beware the Ides of March 188. Jupiter, God of War 188.
Bavarian Illuminati
188.
Bavarian Illuminati is 188, and Kobe Bryant and LeBron James were drafted 26-6, 266, which is a day leaving 188 days left in the year.
Okay, I didn't have that basketball.
Yeah, but you can add with the 266. Pope Francis is a 266 Pope, and 26-6, like 266, is a day leaving 188 days left in the year. So you can add that with Pope. You don't even need Kobe there. Just the date itself, 26-6, leaves 188 days. It's the 177th day of the year, and 17 is the 7th prime as well. And the Jesuit order is 177, which is outrageous itself.
Yeah, John Manotta equals 42. Basilica was struck on 42nd day of the year. Tampa Bay Lightning won Stanley Cup second time on double 55 DN. Date numerology. Lightning equals 55. Satan equals 65-35. It was also double 35 DN. 2 lightning bolts equals 77. They won it on 7/7.
Wow. And Tampa Bay Buccaneers won Super Bowl 55. Tampa.
On 7/7.
Yeah. Well, no. That was on 2-7, wasn't it? When Tampa Bay Buccaneers won the Super Bowl with Brady. That was Tampa Bay. Another Tampa franchise. But and Tampa Bay Lightning just lost, like I said, to the Avalanche 4-2. And so another 42, the Lightning just lost 4-2 again, with the beast reigning for 42 months, and how Satan fell out of heaven like a lightning bolt. And the Gator, have you seen the Gatorade logo? The Gatorade logo is lightning bolt.
Yeah, true.
David Bowie was famous for like painting lightning bolts on his face, wasn't he? Didn't David Bowie always paint lightning bolts below his eye?
I've got a code for him as well, because I saw all these lightning bolts who's connected to them. And
it's Satan. It's Satan. All the lightning stuff is Satan.
Yeah, exactly. Homage to his arrival or whatever.
The fact that he fell from heaven and he's here, basically running this realm.
And two bolts of lightning equals 266. Francis is 266 Pope. From AC/DC's release, Thunderstruck, 10th of the 9th, 1990, to Basilica lightning bolt is 1170 weeks. Benedict 16th, written XVI equals 117. Lightning strikes twice equals 117. San Pietro equals 117. False Messiah 117. Order of the Illuminati 117. The Abyss equals 117.
The Euro 2020 final was the 11th of July, wasn't it?
11th of the 7th. Yeah.
And what were you? Did you have a date there of 10-9?
10-9.
Yeah. Go back quickly to your notes. You said 10-9, I think.
Yeah. Thunderstruck was 10th of the 9th, 1990.
So that's 109, which is the 29th prime, like Masonic, and 29 is the 10th prime, like Satan.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and we just had Super Bowl 56. The 2-star players were Cooper Kupp, who got the MVP, and Matt Stafford, the quarterback. And Cooper Kupp wears number 10, and Stafford wears number 9 for your 109.
Oh, right. Yeah. And Ronald Belford Bon Scott equals 117. The lead singer of AC/DC who died 10 years before Thunderstruck release. Ronald Scott equals 42.
Wow.
Basilica lightning was 42nd day of the year.
And did you know that 11/7, November the 7th? 11/7, you're 117. 11/7 is the 311th day of the year, the 64th prime, the date coronavirus was declared a pandemic. So 11/7 is the 311th day of the year.
Right.
That's big. You want to add that because that leaves 54 days left in the year, like Jesuit orders 54, Kobe Bean Bryant 54, Gianna Bryant 54. They died 5 months and 4 days after Kobe turned 41, who died the year he was going to turn 42. So all these 54s do you remember when Liverpool won those 5 trophies back in 2001, the year of 9/11? Didn't they win the Europa League 5-4? The Europa Cup, whatever it's called.
That again? Do you remember?
I'm pretty sure it was a Spanish team.
2001. I don't recall.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it finished. I'm pretty sure it finished 5-4. I think it was Liverpool. I think they played Alaves. And they won 5 trophies in 2001, the year of 9/11. And I'm pretty sure, and it was 5-4 because they won it with a golden goal, golden like Corona. And I'm pretty sure it was 5-4. And I remember McAllister. Do you remember Gary McAllister?
Yeah.
He had a massive game. And I always, even when I was younger, I was thinking, this McAllister guy, he was very old at the time. I was like, he's just running the show. I'm like, what's this guy done? But he was Scottish, wasn't he? Probably a high-ranked Scottish Freemason. But he had that season with Liverpool where he was like prime-time Gerrard that season, McAllister. It was really strange. But yeah, that was 5-4, and that was in 2001, the year of 9/11. 54 is a big number, which again comes to the number 9 for you 5 + 4.
I'd be surprised if it was Alaves.
I'm pretty certain it was Alaves. It was a Spanish club which didn't have that much history. That wasn't known for getting to major finals. Let me check now. Let me check. You keep talking. I'm going to check. I'm sure it was Alaves.
Yeah. And Thunderstruck was released on a date leaving 112 days left in year, like 11-2. Basilica lightning strike to Angus Young's birthday is 10 months, 12 days. Again, like 11-2. Young's birthday is on 31st of the 3rd, much like Francis is called 313. 313 is 65th prime. The Razor's Edge equals 65, which Thunderstruck was on that album called The Razor's Edge. Knights Templar equals 65. And of course, AC/DC stands for Antichrist Devil Child equals 331.
Yeah, and they try to tell you that it's like the chords of a guitar as well. Such bullshit. The AC/DC. They often say it's the chords of the guitar, which is utter nonsense. By the way, mate, it was Alaves. It was Alaves, and this is so hilarious because I always say people like Pope Francis is a wolf in sheep's clothing. And Alaves' next game is a friendly against Wolves. Made me laugh. They're playing Wolves next. And Wait, you were going to... repeat what you just said, because I had something to add to your code. Repeat what you just said then.
The 331.
Just whatever you just said for the last 2 minutes. There was one thing that caught my attention big.
No, I said the 65.
The 65, you've got it. You were saying all the 65s, and
Yeah.
pandemic equals 65, and coronavirus was declared a global pandemic when Bill Gates was 65 years old.
Oh, right. Yeah.
George Floyd gets you 65 as well. George Floyd gets you 65 in gematria, who's heavily connected to Revelation. And his full name, George Perry Floyd's 201, isn't it?
Yeah, and he was very connected to Trayvon, the guy who was shot by Zimmerman.
Yeah, that whole they were all connected. It was all connected up. All the shootings. I've noticed all the shootings are connected.
And Zimmerman was connected to Sheldon.
Yeah.
I did a small dig though.
You can do that another time. I have about 15 more minutes. Is there still loads more to go, or are you almost done with it? Because it's amazing.
Not that much. I should be able to power through it.
Right, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut now and just enjoy listening to your numbers.
And 331 is the 67th prime. Georgia Guidestone brought down on 67. ACDC can also stand for alternating current, direct current, like lightning is electric energy. Current equals 3690. Thunder equals 3690. Youngborn 90th day of the year. They also made a movie called Thunderstruck, some crappy basketball type movie starring Kevin Durant. Released 24th of the 8th, 2012 to Francis installed as Pope. Was 202 days. Lightning bolt equals.
They released it on 24/8, which is Kobe Bryant Day, and his jersey numbers.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
What a joke, these people.
And the Brooklyn Nets equals 202, where Durant plays now. Satan worship equals 202. St. Peter's Basilica 202. St. Peter's Basilica, Vatican City equals 202. The Seven Trumpets equals 202. Which refers to apocalyptic events in the Bible. Kevin Durant's 2012 birthday to 11th of the 2nd of the 11th, 13 was 4 months, 2 weeks for yet another 42.
Wow.
4 months, 2 weeks is 136 days. The Dome of St. Peter's Basilica equals 132.
Wow, and 13 is the 6th prime number, and 4 plus 2 is 6.
Yeah, correct. I didn't have that.
No worries.
And Thunderstruck movie runs for 1 hour 34 minutes. In Latin, St. Peter's Basilica is Basilica Sancti Petri equals 134. Sancti Petri equals 134. Barrica Saint Obama 2 equals 134. Jesuit Pope equals 134.
Kobe Bryant retired on the 13th of April, 134.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that. And so the Francis equals 134.
Crazy.
So just the abbreviation FP. And the statue of Jupiter was taken to St. Petersburg in 1861. 151 years to dome lightning bolts. 151 is 36 prime. Thunder equals 36. Francis born in year 36. 36 triangular is 666.
Can I? That's brilliant. Can I go back to the 13-4?
36. Oh yeah.
Usually, not always, but usually 13-4 is the 103rd day of the year, which is the 27th prime. Like Brady won the Super Bowl in 2-7, and Kobe and Gianna's memorial was on 2-7 as well. So usually, not always, because there's years with leap years, but usually 13-4, 134 is the 103rd day of the year. Yeah.
4 do anyway.
Yeah, wild. Keep going.
And here's a David Bowie bit. Basilica was struck 2 years, 11 months to David Bowie's death.
What?
2/11.
No way.
Yeah, crazy, bro.
So 211's the 47th prime and 47's the 15th prime, and the Illuminati were founded on the 1st of May, 15.
Yeah, Yeah, that's another.
It's wild.
Big numbers.
Yeah, they're all connected. These primes, that when you figure out the primes and how they reduce, you see it in the codes and you make the connections better than most people when you know these prime numbers. It's huge, isn't it? Like you said, like three. What did you say? You said 311's the 67th prime, and then 67's the 19th, and 19's the 8th. And then when you can connect all those major primes and put the code together, that's when I do my best work. I'm like, because it connects. You'll see all the connections when you understand your prime numbers.
Yeah. And when it sort of quadruples up like that.
Yeah, it's like, wow. Yeah. But the problem is the people of this world have done a good job of making people really not care about numbers. You go to your supermarket now and speak to everyone in the supermarket and say, I don't know, what's the 8th prime number, or what's the 11th prime number, whatever you want to say to them, they'll go, I don't have a clue. They won't have a clue. Maybe one person will be able to tell you.
Some won't know what a prime number is, and they certainly don't know what a Fibonacci number is.
Yeah, or triangular.
Or triangular.
Exactly. So they've done a really good job of hiding this information. Because why is it being hidden? Because it's sacred. We've found it. We've come across it through God, in my opinion. And people like you and I share it. We don't keep this to it. It's not the Illusion and Chuck just having these occult secret phone calls discussing about how we can benefit from these numbers. We share them with people. And they don't. They hide them. That's the biggest difference.
Yeah. And David Bowie, he only had one eye. Apparently he lost it in a fly out school, which more bullshit, but he just like Odin had one eye. Yeah,
Odin, exactly, yeah, exactly. It's funny how in the Monsters Inc. the main character has one eye as well.
And 2 years, 11 months is 35 weeks. Satanic was 1035, and Bowie died 10th day of the year.
That's amazing.
Coming to the end of it now. 11th of the second 13 was 9 years, 10 months. Well, it is 9 years, 10 months, 1 week to this coming Satanic World Cup.
Like 9/11.
And also to the Pope's birthday 1 day before. Basilica was constructed in 1506, and 9/11 is the 156th prime. And Revelation 9/11 is they had as king the angel of the abyss, in Hebrew, Abaddon in Greek, Apollyon in Greek, and of course in the Vatican you have Apollyon, the destroyer statues all over the place.
Brilliant. Do you mind if I just discuss Odin a little bit? Because I've not discussed Odin in any live before. I was going to do a video about it. So Odin, like his biggest desire, his biggest quest was wisdom. Okay, and he was willing to pay any price to become wise, because I keep talking about wisdom and how knowledge is power. And the more wise you become, the more, in my opinion, you understand life's mysteries. And one occasion, Odin, one-eyed, he hung himself and he wounded himself with his spear, didn't he? And he also fasted. He fasted. I know that he fasted from food and drink 9 days. Okay, 9, that 9 again. So Odin was all about gathering wisdom. And they say, though, if you have too much wisdom, that's when you might go crazy. They try and say that. People have said that to me. Obviously, I'm not claiming to be Odin or this genius, but what is that quote? There's a fine line between what? Insanity and what's the quote?
Just being a genius and insanity.
Yeah, genius and insanity. And people, and I'm nowhere near a genius, not even close. But people have said, like, the more knowledge you acquire, the more you may become crazy. But I don't think I'll ever get to that point. Like, I love knowledge, I appreciate it, but I'm not consumed by it. Like, for example, Odin was. His whole goal of life was pretty much to become as wise as he possibly could be. And like, he dedicated his life to that. like with me, I coach, I teach, I hang out at the beach, I have a few beers. Odin was all about wisdom. There was no sacrifice too great for wisdom for him. So I'll do a whole video about it. I really love mythology, mate. I never cared about mythology. I truly love mythology now and studying these ancient gods. And I think they all existed. I used to think it was utter nonsense. I think they all existed, these gods that they talk about. I do. I really do.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, all the Hindu gods and everything. But my friend, he said his brother, he was into all the, like meditation and so on, and he opened his third eye, and then he went crazy. So
yeah, because I think if you fully open that pineal gland within this realm, 4-dimensional realm, you are probably going to lose your mind. That's why, again, you have to be careful of not getting too consumed by wisdom and wanting to know everything, because you'll go batshit crazy. I think you would.
Yeah. It's possible.
But I've got about 5 more minutes, mate, because I've got so much to do today. Yeah, but this is fantastic. I'll let you. I promise you now. I promise you, I ain't opening my mouth till you're finished.
The Dome Bowl was 137 months after 9/11 attacks. Church of Satan equals 137. Eye of Horus 137. The last Pope equals 137. 42 months after those lightning bolts is 10th of the 8th, 216. 266 Pope is the last equals 216 and 108, just like date, and the beast ruled for 42 months. Pope Hadrian IV, death. 1st of the 9th, 1159 to Pope Francis's birth is 777 years, 3 months, 2 weeks, 2 days. And you probably know more about the 777, but I can only connect it to right?
No, I'm gonna save that, because I'm gonna do a whole video on the 777. It's I've got the code with Donald Trump is 777. I've got all the code for 777 with Trump and Putin, and it's huge. It's huge, the 777. I think it really is connected to God, from what I have. So I'm gonna save what I have, my knowledge of 777 for an actual video. But yeah, maybe you can send me that. I'll add it to it.
All right. And the 2012 anniversary of Adrian IV installed as Pope to basilica struck by lightning is 2 months, 1 week, 1 day. Again, the 211. Adrian 1V equals 42. Basilica struck 42nd day of the year. Also 10 weeks exactly. Satan equals 10. And he came to Earth like a lightning bolt. It's 2013 installed as Pope anniversary. Do
you know one of the reasons? Do you know one of the reasons why I keep saying 10's huge, and not just with Satan, but with the Pope? So next year is 2023, yeah, which was the Super Bowl score, which I said it would be, and it was all connected to the Pope, the Queen, the Black Pope, the Superior General, and all of that. So, mate, 2023 is 10 years after Francis became the Pope. Saying 2023 is going to be insane. Like, I can't even comprehend how insane next year is going to be. That's why I'm so desperate to get to England in September, because I ain't getting there next year. I know in my soul next year I'm not going to England. I won't be able to go. So I'm telling you, 2023, guys, I did a code on it. Look out for 9/11 2023, because it's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane.
It could peak at 2024, like COVID War 24. I've heard some people say.
Yeah, it could be, but remember. Yeah, no, it very well could be. But remember, coronavirus was declared a global pandemic 3/11/2020, and exactly 42 months after that is 9/11 2023.
Oh yeah.
That's a code that I did, which was insane. Yeah, I think that's going to be huge. And you know, today's 27. Today's the 20th of July, 27.
Yeah.
Now check this out for meant to be. You're going to get goosebumps here. You're going to get real goosebumps. Like 42 months, right? is 1,279 days. 1279. 1,279 is the 207th prime, like 27 today's date when we're talking about this, mate. If that's not another sign from God, I don't know what. 42 months is 1,279 days. 1279 is the 207th prime. We're having this live now, which we were going to do tomorrow, but I changed it, and we're having it on 27. Like 1279 is the 207th prime. That just gave me chills up and down my body. Wow. Wow.
Some things are just meant to be.
Wow. Jeez. Mate. Oh, I've got the heebie-jeebies there. Wow.
It's just non-stop, really.
Yeah. Wow. And remember, 27 is the 201st day of the year.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, and the very last bit is Francis installed date to anniversary of Pope Adrian IV installed date, 4th of 1213, is 266 days.
Wow.
After the 266th Pope installed that Pope. So,
and do you know, Jesus Hominum Salvator is 266?
Yeah. So,
it's just sensational, mate. No, I know, but I think when you put your faith in God, and it's all, I'm excited, mate. It sounds insane to say that, but I'm excited. Mate, imagine we are living through Revelation, which I believe we do, and there is the second coming of Christ. And yeah, everything plays out, which doesn't look good when you read it on paper. But again, it's Jesus or God coming back and destroying sin. And we are living in a world now full of sin. It's not a sick world, but the society that we live in is so disturbing, so self-absorbed, disturbing. And it comes back to Sodom and Gomorrah, which is where those two major cities got taken out because there was so much sin going on. And I'm excited for it, mate. As soon as I realized that I and you and everyone in the chat is never going to die, that we're just here having this human experience, that we're never going to die, is glorious. So I'm not too worried about what goes on Earth in the next few years. I'm actually ready for it spiritually. I want to witness it.
It's the suffering that might have to go through to get to the other side. But
yeah, but after a hurricane comes a rainbow, baby. Yeah, there's gonna be suffering. That's why I'm telling people, now's the time, whilst we have a platform, whilst we can interact, whilst we can do these live streams, to really get your ass in gear and become wise. Or you're gonna get eaten alive. People are gonna get eaten alive over the next 12 months. They're not gonna have a clue what's going on. Whereas somebody like you and I will be, we're not gonna be completely prepared. Yeah, we're not gonna be completely prepared. We will be completely blown away. Whatever knowledge you have, I think all of us are, the second coming of Christ, we'll all cry. It's going to be too much for us to comprehend. But I feel like I'm ready. And I'm so glad and gifted that I have this knowledge at this point. I'd rather have it than not have it. To be honest, if what goes down, what I think is going to go down. And I'm not often wrong about major events like this. I'm telling you, I can feel it. I think you can feel it as well. Something's going to go down very soon.
And discovering what I discovered, it put together with everything you had, and I think it's more or less undeniable now.
Well, that code, mate, was...
And it's not far away. People might think it's 10 years. No, it's the next 1 or 2 years.
Yeah, major stuff will happen. The latest, the very, 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 very latest for everything to come to fruition is 2030 for me. Is the very latest. The very latest, 2030. But some major shit's going down next year, like that we've never come across in our lives in 2023.
I think starting from the World Cup, which looks to me very satanic, or the numbers are satanic.
Undeniably.
That could be the start. Not that we haven't been through 2 years, but it could be the next level of
Yeah, we're going to go up a few more levels where, like, they're slowly getting everybody to a point where they think everything's going back to normal. That's all by design. They have to give you a false sense of security. That's what's going on right now. And
the calm before the storm.
yeah, what Donald Trump said, the calm before the storm.
Yeah.
That's what's going down here. But Chuck,
Whether or not it's COVID they bring us again, but
I don't think they're going to call it COVID. They're not.
Something else.
Yeah, they're not going to call it COVID because I think people have overcome their fear of that word now. I think they're going to come out. All they have to do is flip it with another name and slightly different symptoms, where then everyone goes into a state of frenzy. They'll go, yeah, but COVID was that, but now this is Jovid, and Jovid is just a different level, isn't it? So they'll do. They're not going to keep that name. They're going to come up with a different name.
Yeah.
I have no doubt in my mind.
It might
it could be, or it might be it wouldn't shock me, honestly, if the next one they literally call it the Satan virus and people still say it's not satanic.
Yeah.
It's wild. But Chuck, this was one of the best codes I've ever heard. If you ever have a code like this again in the future, yeah, you're always welcome on this platform that I have whilst I have it. Because I think your work is truly exceptional, and it's just a crying shame not many people know who Chuck is for the work you do. So keep doing this, mate. The sports stuff, you and I will nail the Premier League, we'll nail the World Cup, but this is the type of code that I love for me personally. I think it's sensational.
Yeah, well, it's biblical, so you can't really get much bigger than that.
It doesn't get more biblical than that. Yeah. Yeah, these sports games now, like I'm like I said, since starting up the website, I'm 80%, but these sports games feel so insignificant with what I feel is going to happen with how we're connecting with God through the numbers. The sports stuff I just do, it's like there's people that sign up for it. I pretty much need to do it, but I don't do it every day now, and I don't get too taken in by it. And when I hit codes, yeah, I'll let people know to wake them up. But yeah, it seems very insignificant right now, coding sports. But I'll keep doing it.
Yeah, but it's also a good distraction from
yeah, it's also a very good distraction. And if we can connect them to Revelation, mate, the reality is, if I'm right about Revelation, and pretty much everything over the next year in sports is going to be connected to Revelation, then I'm just going to nail these sports, because I think it's all going to be connected to the Revelation. And the more I study that, the more I'll sync things up with the sports, because I think it's God behind the outcomes, not man. So if it is God and I get closer to God, I'll get closer to the code, and then basically revealing the code to other people. That's how I see it. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Especially finals, I guess.
Yeah.
They should all be connected to this.
Oh, you'd think so. You know what I mean? You think so. If this World Cup final finishes 4-2 again, back-to-back 4-2s, then I will just be like, it's game over, guys. It's just Jesus is coming back, baby. There's no doubt. If they do back-to-back 4-2s, which they might, they may well do that. But lad, it's almost 9:40 my time. I was supposed to meet someone at 10. I've still not even showered or anything. Got to go do my washing and stuff. But this was incredible. Thank you for doing it. Thanks for getting in touch with me. Thanks for supporting my website. You're enjoying it, aren't you? You like the website?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's going well. And,
cheers.
It'll grow shortly.
Yeah, it's gonna be a slow growth, but it's just so hilarious right now. I have 64 people with all the 64s in your code. It's just typical of how everything works with me. Every time I do a code, it syncs up with either my Patreon or now my website. It's very funny. But
and at least it's your own. I mean, Patreon, they used to delete comments for no reason. Maybe they
yeah, well, that can't happen. That can't happen on my website now. I have complete control over it. You can literally say whatever you want, and it won't get taken down. Whereas Patreon, with the third parties and stuff, the community guidelines, they could remove comments, and pisses me off on YouTube. Loads of comments get removed, and I get harassed for deleting them when I never delete a comment. You deleted my comment. Are you jealous of my code? I'm like, I didn't read your code, mate. Well, why did you delete it? You must have read it if you deleted it. I didn't delete it, Sonny Jim. I didn't delete it. What are you talking about? Stop making accusations. I don't delete comments. Amani Anani's in this live now. I've just ignored him because he doesn't deserve my attention. I could just get rid of him, but yeah, I'm not deleting your comments, guys. And I never did on Patreon. It's not me. So if your comment's being deleted, either it was an incredible comment or maybe it was actually maybe a bit too offensive. But it's probably because the comment was really good.
Once on your YouTube about snooker being a racist game because the white ball is dominating. They deleted that straight away within a couple of minutes.
Yeah, they will. There's certain keywords that they come across and they eliminate, they delete it. That's how it works. You have to kind of be smart with your wording, but it's sad that you have to be. But you do. I have to be smart with my wording when I speak. No. But lad, I'm gonna get off. Thank you very much, mate.
Thanks very much.
Take care and I'll speak to you soon.
All right, cheers, Adam.
Cheers, mate. Bye.
All right.
Whew, all right. I thought that was exceptional from Chuck there. Amazing knowledge, undeniable knowledge, which I use that term a lot. Undeniable knowledge. He's one of my favorite coders. And he has been ever since I came across him, or since he started following me about a year and a half ago on Patreon. So good. And I put him on the right path, I think, in regards to coding historical events, because he's so good. Sports will just sap your energy and it's not for everybody. So cheers, guys. I've read some of your comments, not many of them, because when I do go live and speak with somebody, I give my energy to them. It's hard for me to read all of your comments. So Jesus is coming soon, Joseph. I truly believe that. People go, can you prove it? I don't need to prove it to anybody. Time will tell. We'll see what happens, won't we? But I have faith in God and Jesus, and that's all I need to know in my head. All right. So cheers to all of you. I've got a lot of stuff to do here, but I'll get it done. I always get it done. Take care. Much love. And if you want to check out my website, it's well worth it, guys. Trust me. It's well worth it. Take care and have a wonderful day. Thank you for everything.